if you would like to part ways together, you might want to go grab just a little comb, a wide tooth comb. If you're having a wig that you're having an issue with, before we get started, go grab it so you can tell me which one it is. And let's try to part ways together. This is really fun because I remember when I first started wearing a wig, I was lost with this part. Hi from the UK. Welcome. Wonderful to spend time with everyone today. Welcome to René Paris. I am Daniella. Like I said, if you just jumped on, today we're going to be discussing looking at different wigs and how to part them differently. Hello from Scotland. How are you? Vegas, how are you? Wonderful. Great to have you all on today. Okay, so I'm going to do questions and answers last because I want to make sure that we get through all the different foundations. And like I said, if you want to, really quickly, if you want to grab a comb, this is just, a brush. This is just our ROP brush. If you don't have, this is really nice. This is kind of the fold out kind that you can put in your handbag, your work bag, whatever bag. And then I'm going to be using our wide tooth comb, water, and our holding spray. If you'd like to grab any of that, I find sometimes while we're talking, we can do this together. And then if you have a certain style that you have in mind, I can go over that with you as well. So again, welcome to René Paris. I'm Daniella. Hola. Today we are talking parts. I'm going to go ahead and get started. So when you get a wig, this is just a basic foundation. I'm going to show you what it looks like underneath. But a lot of times it may be too flat to the head. It kind of out of the box, you kind of get it and you're thinking, it's just too flat here. I don't like the way it looks. And first of all, what is this? What's going on? Just really quickly, this is permatease. And if you go back to the IGs that we have saved for you to view later, all these topics have been discussed, but I'm just briefly going to say that this is permatease. So when we first put a wig together, at the top when it's machine made, meaning it looks like this underneath, it's just machine made. There's wefts of hair that are sewn in rows. So when you get it, you literally have to brush through it. And I know I always say do not brush wigs. If it's a smooth style, this is when I would brush it. If it's curly, I would not brush it. So I'm going to show you that in just a minute, but I'm just going to get this wig and I'm just using a brush and I'm brushing. Like, of course, you're not going to want to use a brush on a hand-tied base, a monofilament base. I'm doing this. This is machine made, and what I'm doing is I'm loosening up. I'm loosening the fibers. And you'll see as I put this on, it's going to look different just looking at it because we're separating all the individual fibers so that they look and flow and have more movement. This is from our new Muse line. Can anyone tell me which one this is? It's not Zion. Okay, as you can see, this is lifted the hair here. It's more separated. It's not matted together. That's what that's not the technical term, but it looks like it's matted. It looks like it's all like something's wrong with it there, and it's not. You just have to run the brush through it, loosen up those fibers. If not, you can also just get it and give it a good shake a couple times, and that again is just going to loosen up fibers. And what I want to show you is when you have a wig like this that's parted on this side, this is my left, your right, and you want it going the other direction, what do I do? Okay, so I'm going to just take it where I want the part, and I kind of always just go with this point here. Really, I think that's just too deep. So I'm just using my fingers, as you can see. Up here, I usually kind of just zigzag the part because for me, it looks more natural that way. This is what I call a soft part. Hi everyone, welcome to René Paris. We are talking parts, how to part in a different section if it's not a monofilament or a lace part. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to make sure that it's going to stay going in this direction. Here, I think it's just too much for my liking. So I'm going to go here. This is where I'm going to use my brush. And here I'm just picking up a section of hair. And I'm just barely putting a little bit of tease to keep it in place. The machine made are my favorite. I may need to treat, let me just tell you, you need to treat yourself every week, every day, but okay, let's be realistic. How about once a week? So, as we're getting into when I want my new wig, saying about treat myself, I'll take one for any holiday. If it's your birthday, let me know and I'll request one on your birthday for me. That's what I do to my sister. I'm like, when's your birthday? Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of wig spray. And what I do, instead of spraying the hair itself, I spray it in the palm of my hand. I'm going to do maybe 3. And I'm going to just take it. You know, I always do styling on my head, and I don't want the spray to just hit my skin, or it's not going to do anything. It's not going to hurt. I just prefer not to do that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, while I'm doing the rest of, say for instance, I usually do this when I'm about to do my makeup. So by the time I finish my brows and so forth, the spray has dried. But I'm just going to take a little clip here. Whoops. And this is just a little claw clip. You could use a bobby pin. You could use a clip, pop clip. You could do, I'm going to let that dry, and that's wig spray. Always remember, I'm always saying this is high heat, so you could lift the fiber with heat, but we've gone over that. And if you want to view that on our Instagram, go to high heat styling. I think I'm wearing like a Lumina R. No, it's not Lumina R. I'm trying to think of what style, but we have that on Instagram, so please go back and view that. And I'm gonna let this just dry in place. And as you can see, that was very, very simple, and it looks really, really natural. You know, a lot of times people hesitate because they're not machine made, and it doesn't have lace here, doesn't have lace here, it's not monofilament. This is a very affordable type foundation, and let me just tell you, this is still one of my favorites because I live in, doesn't really matter where I live. I could be anywhere in the 50 states or other countries, and I'm still gonna like big hair. So machine made is good for me because I do like the permatease. Okay, so as you can see, no one would ever know that the part came on the other side. You could also just, with a little bit of heat, you could go back with this. So I think it looks good. What do you think? Okay, so this is machine made, switching the part from one side to the other. Not hard at all. Next, I'm going to take machine made with a bang, a full bang. This is breezy. Okay, so this is high heat as well. But what I'm gonna do is, I want a part. Okay, it's gonna be another soft part, so I'm gonna pick a part on this side. And as you can see, this has a lot of movement, and it's easy to just kind of work this way. And it's gonna stay there. I know I've showed you before, but when I first get this, I do the same thing. Take a little bit of, I'm doing spray right now, but honestly, there's spray in this. So if you already had product in here, you would just use a little bit of water because you're basically just reactivating what's already there. But for the sake of demonstration, I'm gonna put a little bit of wig spray in it. And keep in mind, I do all my styling on my head, so I'm not spraying directly on my hair because I just don't wanna get anything on my skin. Like I said, it's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna harm you. It's just, that's what I'm used to. And on this one, because it's a little bit shorter, I take one of these clips. And I put it there while the hairspray dries. And because, again, I have product already, I'm just taking a little bit of water. How is everyone? Happy Monday. Welcome to René Paris. We are working with our parts today. Sometimes you want just a little bit different. Actually, I kind of like it with the little clip there. But since Mr. Big and I might be meeting for dinner later, I better take the clip out. He doesn't really like clips in my forehead here. So this should be dry already. And it actually just looks, if I put a little bit more spray there, you can't even tell that it has a bang. It just looks like, let me show you a little trick. The other day I didn't want this here, so I just tucked it under. No one would ever know. If you don't say anything, I don't say anything. Okay, so this is Breezy Waves, making the part go to my right, and I could also do it to the left. So really, really simple. There's no heat involved. This is high heat, so is the first style that these are from the Muse line. However, if you didn't have an implement with you, just didn't want to mess with heat because you just don't feel comfortable, this is how easy it is to change the part. Okay, on to the next. Now I'm going to show you lace front, lace part. So let me show you what the inside of this looks like. We have a lot of different styles with lace front, lace part. Hi everyone! So happy you're with me today. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. This has a fixed part. It's deep, a little deep, what I call deep, and it has lace front. So you're thinking, I can't change this style. I just don't see it happening. However, let me just show you. It's not going to be a deep part. It's enough part to where it looks realistic. Okay, so this is a little heavier in density. So what we need to do is here, I'm not going to part that. I'm going to take it to the back like that. And then here, if you'll see, it looks like a part there. Even though it doesn't go, okay, let me do right here. Even though it doesn't go, you know, as a deep part, I love this because this looks like, I try to wear this when I'm trying to create my Jackie O look, you know, on Wednesdays. It's a Wednesday kind of hairdo. And I do the little bump right here. Same thing, I'm going to take a little bit of hairspray. Wig spray, I'm sorry, I don't want to get myself, I don't want anyone putting me in wig timeout. Okay, wig spray. I'm going to take a little bit of this like this. Again, just kind of working it through the fiber. I'm going to take, on this piece, I'm going to take my little claw clip. And again, I'm always doing this when I'm getting ready in the morning. I'm going to just check everything else. Doesn't take long for the wig spray to dry at all. How is everyone? Okay, so like I said, this is not going to be a deep part, but it still gives you enough lace here to where it looks very realistic when someone's looking at you. I never really, even with my monofilament pieces, I really don't go all the way back like that because I like to zigzag the part so that I feel like they're not just looking at me, you know, like looking right here or here. I have people do that anyway because they know I wear wigs. But realistically, I have so many family members that can never tell when I'm wearing a wig, or if I did something to my own bio hair, if I added something, if I put a fall in, if I did something like that, they don't know. But this is just, it's gonna stay there. And I think this looks really nice. And again, this is a fixed part. on the opposite side. However, we've still made it look really, really nice, just taking a section and moving it over. Okay, again, that was front lace, lace part, I'm sorry. Let me show you the inside of the foundation again. So, you know, I know there's some pieces that are designed and they have really, really fixed parts, and I understand that. We don't really have anything that's real fixed. The one style that I do have that I wanted to show you, this is going to be a little bit different. This is hand tied. So this has lace from not really all the way down here. It's like here to here. And always remember, I know I share this all the time, but I can't tell you during a week's time how many emails and DMs I get of which foundation is going to be best. We've covered these topics, and if you'll please go back to our YouTube channel and our Instagram, all the Instagrams that we have saved for you, all this information is there. Our passion is always going to be educating and helping you with whatever you need to learn when it comes to wig wearing. And I understand every day there's someone that's starting to wear wigs for the very first time. So I know a lot of the information seems repetitive, but it's so needed in our community, in our hair family. Okay, again, this is lace in the front here. And I want to show you when you put that on, when you put this foundation on. Okay, so you've got lace all the way here, down to here. I'm trying to show you here, all the way to here. So you realistically can part this anywhere you have lace. When it comes to hand tied, you have to be very, very careful. Woo! Okay, so what you're seeing right here, this is my actual skin, okay? This is not, this is my skin color coming through there. You can part it here, you could pull this back, but what I wanted to show you is with this particular hairline, you've got lace all the way across here. This is made to be worn with no glue, no tape, which is wonderful. It's gonna stay on, and I know I've mentioned that before, but look for Abby, our alopecia ambassador. She can share how she loves all these different foundations with, she never wears any kind of adhesive or tape. So if you're looking for something that you can part all the way across here, but it's not a deep part, please keep in mind what I'm saying, it's not a monofilament. You can still pull this back and you can part it on the right and on the left. How is everyone? Welcome to René Paris. I'm Daniella. Okay, so let me show you the inside of this, just in case you missed it. Again, sorry guys, I've got powder on that. That's lace from here to here. Okay, now I want to show you a middle part. Middle parts are going to look like this on the inside. This is one of my favorite crowns. This is in the vault too. You know what that means. If you follow me at Texas Wig Fairy, you know what the vault means. This is the one that I don't want to wear out because it's limited edition. So what I want to show you is, I remember getting my first piece that had a middle part, and I just didn't think I could carry it off then, but I can. I mean, I feel very comfortable with the middle part now. However, I can't remember what I was wearing. We were working in Vegas and I wanted to change the part a little bit. So I just thought, well, I'll do what my mom taught me years ago. And I just moved it over like this. And I mean, if you're not really can't remember. The other piece that I did have, I trimmed it just a little bit. Always remember to get a professional to trim it for you. I trimmed it a little bit, but if you're going to be out and about, you know, I knew we were going to be moving around. We were going to be doing a lot. So unless you're really just looking at me, I really didn't worry about the fact that it's a hair longer on this side than on this side. And if you do, you know, if you just feel uncomfortable, you know, you can always take this piece and kind of pull it back like this, wear some kind of accessory. Let me see what I have here real quick. Well, you know what I'm saying. You could do some kind of jewel so that, you know, you're just not self-conscious of the fact that you just pull it back like that. And you could always do the same on the other side. So I just thought this, I mean, I've actually done this with people that have worn wigs for a long time, and they thought it would be really uncomfortable underneath. And maybe it wasn't something possible, but honestly, even just looking at me, see, like right now, you would never know that this was a middle part and that I've shifted it. So just play with it, have fun with it. You know, the one thing that I always teach in my classes is you are not going to damage anything because you're not using heat. I'm actually kind of liking this vibe. What do you think? Okay, so I want to know what hair you're wearing for the upcoming holiday. You guys need to share that with me. Okay, for those of you that have just joined, this is the middle part. And we moved it over to the right and to the left. Just little tips that I've learned along the way that are really important, because a lot of times I know you're a little scared. You think you might be damaging something. Yes, Dakota, I love Dakota too. Nice amount of hair. Very, very comfortable. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a monofilament part. Okay, so monofilament is, for those of you that are not, this from here to here, here to here, that means from here to here, here to here. This entire area is handmade. It's hand knotted. Hand knotted. So when you look at if you looked really closely, you can see where it's been hand knotted. So this hair in this area is going to be very, very, it's full of movement. It lays flatter. It moves just like our hair, because it's like if it had been knotted, like our hair, individual hair. Elliot and Melted Plum, I have to say yes. Okay, so it moves, it has movement. It's gonna lay closer to the head. So if you like volume, permatease, this isn't gonna have permatease in it. Most monofilaments are gonna lay flatter, so I just want you to keep that in mind. However, if you want a part that has the most flexibility, versatility, excuse me. Okay, so here you can part on the right, you can part on the left, you can pull the hair back here, and no matter where you part in this area, it's gonna look like simulated, what I call simulated skin. So this is definitely probably my favorite type of foundation. If I want the most versatility, for styling, excuse me, whoops. Isn't that something? Okay, so I would have to say monofilament is one of my favorite foundations, if not my favorite foundation. However, I love all of them. But if you want the best foundation, what I call affordable luxury, and the most versatility imparting, then it's going to be a monofilament base. Okay, so remember, if you're looking specifically for a piece with monofilament, you can go to reneparis.com. You can go to the search and you can do a search for that type of foundation and it will pull the styles up for you. This is from the Alexander Collection. I believe this is Alejandra. Let me see. Okay, I don't have my glasses on, my friends. Angela in marble brown. Isn't it beautiful? I just got here. Okay, this wig is, I'm sorry, for those of you that have just joined, this is Angela from the Alexander Collection. And we were talking about which wig has the most versatility when it comes to parting, like parting on the right, parting on the left. If you want to be able to change it, part it in the middle, this is it. Hi everyone, welcome to René Paris. I'm Daniella. If you want to follow me on my personal Instagram, it's at Texas Wig Fairy. Okay, so are you ready? This is it. This is my last, and this is probably my favorite trick ever. Okay, so this is my curly style. I always have to put clips in it. I put clips in the morning. So you know the whole 80s vibes coming back. And this is the hair color that I don't wear all the time, but I do love the color. So what I did this morning is I put water and wig spray, and I've had the clips all morning. I just took them. And if you just jumped on, I do this usually when I'm finishing my eyebrows and putting on my eyelashes. Okay, so it's been like this for a little bit. This is my absolute favorite trick. I've shared this on Instagram, but this is what I used to do when I first started wearing wigs. This was like a reversible wig. So I want to show you how it looks in the back. Because if you haven't seen me do this, I did this at a photo shoot, and I just love the designer Ure. She was just like, I can't believe you did that. But this is the way it's supposed to be worn. So this is lace front, lace part. So, you know, it's just a flip, but if you want a different part, a whole different look, you can flip it the way I just did too. So this one, if you wanted to change the part on this one's going to take a little bit more work, but it's not impossible. Let me just show you really quickly. If you just joined, let me show you how easy it is to do this. Because it's going to be a soft part, I kind of let this hair go back, kind of like a messy part. I'm going to take this piece right here. I'm taking the wig spray and I'm going to spray it on my hand. I'm going to do a little bit of water, a little bit of holding spray, and these are wig products. I'm just taking this. I never do this right on the fiber. I always just take a little bit and take a little bit more wig spray. And I always want to thank everyone that sends me emails and DMs and shares your wonderful tips with me, because you know what? No matter how many years I've been doing this, and it's over 25, I'm always learning something new myself. Okay, so I'm going to take this while the wig spray dries. Then I'm going to show you another little tip. I'm going to just use water because I want to show you something else. I know I only have maybe a few more minutes left. Okay, I'm going to take, this is just water. Again, this is designed with the part on the opposite side, but if you wanted to change the part, not difficult at all. Okay, so I'm going to let it dry. If not, if you don't, a lot of times I know that on, you know, really sleek styles like tailor, you know, I don't really want to put a pin in them. Sometimes I do it overnight if it's definitely something I feel like I need to leave overnight, and I don't want it to have a crease, so I'll put it on the mannequin. This is the only time I do something on a mannequin. And I'll take a little scarf, or if I'm gonna be at home for a little bit, and I'll let the product dry so that it's drying in the direction it needs to. And I'm just gonna wear the scarf for a little bit, you know, maybe just till I'm definitely ready to walk out the door. I'm always ready to walk out the door. Let me tell you what, with wigs, you can just be ready in 30 seconds. Okay. And I think that looks good to me. What do you think? I don't really want anything really stiff. I don't want it. And the other thing, and then I think I'll answer a few questions. The other thing is, if you know, you don't really want to put a lot of product in a style, if you're just wearing it to the opposite side that one particular day, you can always just put a clip you know, and hold the hair in that direction as well. So many different options. So I hope I've taught you something. Just little tips and tricks. Again, I want to just show you really quickly. Let me see which one. I think I forgot to answer. This was also from the Alexander Collection. And with that, I'm going to answer a few questions. I think I'm going to put this girl back on. You know what, it's funny, as much as I wear this, I still like it the other way. It's my vibe right now. And the one thing one of my tips this week is you do have to cut this out. And I was gonna say, this happened to me the other day. It doesn't embarrass me because I really am okay with, you know, telling people that I wear wigs. And I say that all the time publicly. You know, and the other day I was wearing my Spellbound in the updo. I didn't grab that. If I get a chance, I'll try to grab that. I was wearing my style in an updo, and I forgot actually that the tag was back there, so you could see the tag. So on that particular wig, if you're going to be pulling it up in a ponytail, a high ponytail, you might want to take the tag out. I'm going to do this today. How is everyone? Thank you for joining. Welcome to René Paris. Today we were talking about parting wigs on opposite sides, or is it possible to part something when you know that it's machine made? Is it very difficult? And as we can see, it's not very difficult at all. Okay, again, this is a middle part and I really do like it. Let me just pull this back so that I can feel like I'm looking okay, and I look like René Paris makes me feel. How's that? Okay, so now I'm going to go over a few questions that I did receive this week. Okay, someone wanted to know, on my last live they were going through the footage at 14 minutes. What was the style that you were wearing? Let me get that. Okay, so that style was a topper. The bottom was my bio hair. As I mentioned, I haven't had a haircut in, I don't know, over a year. This is walnut. I wanted to just show you walnut. This is the Inslee TP. And the other question that came on the same day was, why create a topper like Inslee when you have the wig? Why create the topper? Well, thank you. I love this wig too. Why create both of them? Okay, so say for instance in Ivana, we have Ivana TP and we have Ivana the style. There are individuals that are going to wear the wig that would never wear the topper, or vice versa. There are people that are not going to wear the topper, and there's just some people that will not wear wigs, and there's some people that will not wear toppers. I know that sounds kind of interesting, maybe kind of silly, but it's a convenience I would say for myself to have both of them, because if you've seen the different styles that I create with the wig and with the topper. So I think just for my liking, I like the fact that a lot of the wigs are created that way, because I look like, even if I were to wear the topper on an off day and wear it back in a ponytail with some of my bio hair mixed, it's still kind of hard to determine if it's my hair or if it's not hair, if you've never met me before and you don't know what I do, or you don't know the fact that I wear a wig. But there are several pieces that are created where we do have the wig and the topper, and they look like they were designed, and we designed them that way. That is what we wanted, and hopefully, down the road there's going to be other pieces like that. Okay, my one big tip was, if you're wearing your ponytails in high buns like I've been teaching you, and I know you've been asking, and it is coming up. We are going to do high buns like the ones that I wear. Again, we follow a schedule, so I am going to do that for you. It's not going to be a low ponytail. It's not going to be a hang ponytail. It's going to be a high bun. That's coming. Okay, the other day someone was asking me, how do you secure your wigs? I really don't. But the other day we went out dancing. We went out to scoot the boot, as we say here in Texas. And I wear these underneath. I just grab my wig cap, a little clip like this, and I'm grabbing, I wish I could show you, but I'm grabbing the wig cap, and I'm not grabbing the hair underneath, and I'm just popping those clips down, and you would never know they're there. I mean, you can't feel it. And I wear one here, and one in the back, and that's only because I know that people might be trying to get near me. Really, we're still following, social distancing around here, but when you're dancing, that's just one thing. And I get that question all the time. When you're dancing, are you nervous that your hairs are going to fall off? Yes, sometimes I am, but if it did, it does. However, I do pin it, because when you're doing sometimes it gets stuck, something will get stuck, but it honestly has never come off. So, okay, next question. Okay, I did mention this in one of my lives, and I did want to show you. I was talking about clear bobby pins. And these are just, I found them at where you buy accessories. These are clear bobby pins, like if you don't want to clip, you don't want to use a bobby pin, this is clear, and you just do the same thing. You always have to be careful. Please be careful, and I always mention this, always be careful, especially if you have sensitive skin, if you don't have any hair at all on your head, and you're beautiful with or without hair. Please remember that when you're using clips, when you're using combs, brushes, anything like that, you do have to be very careful, because you don't want to nick your skin. Please keep that in mind. And I'm talking hair accessories, brushes, combs. That's something that you really want to keep in mind in the event that you're new to wigs, and you have to be very careful, because you don't want to nick your skin. Okay, so what was your favorite? And did I cover every foundation? Because I know this is a question that several people had. If I didn't, one more minute, then I think I have to, I don't want to part ways. So if anyone has any questions, I'm going to wait just a few minutes. Well, maybe just 1 minute. Can you tell I just enjoy my time with you guys, with everyone? Okay, let me see. I think I did. Okay, so I just want to remind you, if you have not met Abby and you haven't met Alexander, go to our YouTube channel. Make sure that you follow, like, subscribe, because this is the way that you know when we're going to go live again, when we're going to be teaching, when we're doing giveaways, and make sure that definitely. Okay, the first one. Yes, I agree with you. Okay, so make sure, please, can you go over the wigs again that you showed? Okay, so I will drop those. I can't show you all the wigs again because I'm out of time. I'm out of time. I'm out of time. I'm out of thoughts, and I'm out of breath apparently. Okay, so I can't go over all of them, but I will have those. If you can go back and view them, and okay, you know what? Let me see real quick. Let me do that really quickly. Okay, the first style was from the Muse collection. If you don't remember, we just launched those. This is Silky Sleek. This is Lunar Haze. This was the very first one. This is the one that I brushed through. This is a high heat option. Please keep that in mind. Okay, then we did Breezy Waves. This was the one with the bang in Sapphire. Sorry, she's half the time I want to look like a rock star. That's why they look like that. That's who I am in my personal. Okay, this one is Adeline Melted Marshmallow. This is the one that I flipped. I did Angela. And I want to make sure I'm showing you. It's Marble Brown LR. This is Cheyenne. This was limited edition. You know, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it is. Let me think who you would go to. You know what? If you'll put that in the questions down below, we will have someone give you the information for the UK. Always remember, please, that you can go to reneeparis.com. You can enter your location, zip code, city, and it will show you the closest. Because I don't want to say yes or no, I'm not really sure, but please make sure, again, you go to reneeparis.com, enter your information, and you will see where to order your styles. Okay, so I think I got all the styles. I'm pretty sure I did. Breezy Waves, Angela. Yes, I did. Okay, so I enjoyed my time with you today. I hope you have a wonderful week. And always remember to live big in your ROP wigs. See you later. Bye.